Today we're going to make a pot of gold on this really uniquely shaped rock. I'm going to start out by using my white chalk pencil to outline the entire design. So I'm starting with the pot of gold, just getting the general shapes. Remember, you're going to cover all of this up, so it doesn't matter if you have, overlapping lines and whatnot. So I'm going to draw kind of a heaping dome of where the gold is going to go, and then I'm going to draw two legs poking out of it as if there's a leprechaun diving into the pot of gold. Take some Liquitex gesso and I'm going to fill in the socks on the leprechaun because these are going to be striped green and white, and so I want to make sure there's good coverage over this stone because it's kind of dark. And then I'm not going to worry about anything else just now because there's going to be a lot more black on this design, and black can usually go on all by itself. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the pot and the leprechaun's shoes in with black. I'm using a sort of fine line paintbrush to get the outlines in and then filling it in with a larger brush. I'm going to take some white paint and fill in those socks a little further, and you'll see that I'm kind of making the line go with the dome of where the gold will be, but I'm filling in white first and then I'll come back and do green stripes on top of that because that's just easier to me. It's kind of like extra base coat in my mind. And at this point I'm also going to take some Liquitex gesso and fill in the dome where the gold paint is going to go, mostly because these socks kind of overran into the gold with some of the gesso, and so I want to even that out. And then gold paint, any kind of metallic paint, often needs several coats, so we're going to make one of them a base coat. It'll just make it a little bit easier in the long run. I'm going to use this nice bright and cheerful spring green to create the stripes on the leprechaun's socks. I'm doing one thick one, and I was going to leave it at that, and then it looked kind of funny to me, so I filled these in and then came back and added kind of the starts of stripes above the shoe and by the gold. Of course, our little pot of gold is going to need some extra coats of gold paint to make sure that we have full coverage. And then I'm going to take a fine line brush and add some tongues to the leprechaun's shoes and then also some gold buckles. Now I'm going to take my Sakura Pigma fine line brush pen and I'm going to outline all of the details on the leprechaun's legs. I did go ahead and outline even the things that were in black because this pen tends to have a little bit of a shinier look to it, so even though there's black designs, you can still kind of see the lines. So it just adds a little extra definition to it. It's very small and not super noticeable, but it's just an extra detail. And I'm also going to add some nuggets to the pot of gold. I'm not doing this super carefully because we're going to cover this with some chunky gold glitter paint, and I just kind of want those lines back there to show through to give kind of definition to the nuggets. And for the pot of gold, I'm going to use this holographic illusion paint. This is the chunkier glitter paint, so it's not super fine. It's got varied pieces. It's thick, so I definitely put it on thick with a dotting tool, and you are going to love how this turns out when it dries. It took a while to dry, but the chunky glitter just took this to the next level. One last little accent is to take some white paint and draw a line on the curve of the pot to give the illusion of shine. And then check out how this rock turned out. That gold glitter was perfect for a pot of gold. It gave it exactly the look that I wanted. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. And as always, I appreciate you and thank you so much for stopping by to watch. I hope you have a lucky day. See you next time.